Welcome to another video from Tudata. My name is Chris van der Zwan, and in today's video we're discussing another optimization strategy on Microsoft Azure, how to optimize your cost in Azure with VM Hibernation. Yes, you heard it correctly. VM Hibernation, what is it? It's general available since May this year in 2024. Microsoft launched this feature for the general purpose virtual machines, and we will discuss in this video what is VM Hibernation, how could you save costs for them with VM Hibernation, and what are the practical examples where you can utilize and use VM Hibernation in your environment. Let's jump into it. So what is VM Hibernation? And, before we jump into it, what is the cost-saving opportunity? VM Hibernation is available since May 2024, so this year, and it's generally available for your general purpose virtual machines. I guess it already existed, but is now also general available for your purpose virtual machines. It's available for Linux and Windows Server, so for both your compute environments. And VM Hibernation, I think that hibernation, the word is saying it already, compared with nature, a bear who's going in the winter for his hibernation. That's the same of the virtual machine, because you don't shut it down completely, right? That's one of the alternatives and the benefits of cloud, and that you don't pay for that virtual machine when you shut it down. But with the hibernation, it's not fully shutting down, it's to go to low power state, and it's saving its current state to disk when shutting down. What does that mean is that you keep a percentage of the virtual machine active, so when you turn it back on, it's very quickly, you don't have to restart the whole operating system and the application. You could also compare it with the laptop, for example. When you put down the laptop, don't turn it off and then collapse it again. It's directly available, and your applications were still open, are still around. That's what also you do with the virtual machine, hibernate it, and then in that sense you don't pay for the CPU and the compute resources. You only pay for disk, and that's where the saving is when you put a virtual machine in hibernation. So what are the benefits of VM Hibernation? Now, the first most obvious one is cost savings, because you don't fully pay 100% for the virtual machine any longer, because you hibernate that VM, and so you don't pay for the compute resources. You only pay for storage and networking in that area. The second one is the operational efficiency, because you're quicker back online, so to speak, because it's not fully shut down, so you don't have to fully restart your operating system and your application. It's just compared once more with your laptop, open it, and you're back online, back to your application where you left it off, because it saves where you want and the storage on the storage and networking part in your disk. The third one is the environmental impact, because you use less energy consumption, you use less of the RAM and the capacity of the virtual machine, and therefore you also use less energy, so that will ensure that you minimize your carbon footprint if you're in your infrastructure. So what are some practical examples of when and how you could utilize the VM Hibernation? So the first one is in development areas, right? You could then argue, okay, could you also fully turn it off? That depends. Do you want to, and do you have the time, and what does that time cost to reactivate the operating system and the application and then start developing? Or if you go on lunch and put it in hibernation and then put it back on, for example. So that's the first use case, because development testing is probably a few hours a day, and you don't want to run that virtual machine 24/7. The other one is the seasonal and time-bound application. An application is usage patterns, such as, for example, a payroll processing system, what you do once a month for your environment. For your colleagues and employees. A good way to use VM Hibernation in that sense. Same for academic platforms during semesters, during holidays, where you can put your resources into VM Hibernation. The other one is backup and disaster recovery. So a lot of scenarios are fully turned off in a disaster recovery case. But if you want back quicker online, you can use a VM Hibernation scenario where you just have a shorter time when you're offline in that sense when there is a disaster happening. So how do you implement it? I think I will not discuss that in detail in this video. You could do that manually per virtual machine. You could also use, of course, PowerShell scripts. We explained that more in our blog on our website. And also you find the coding there, how to use the PowerShell scripts and to automate the solution. But the conclusion of, I think, VM Hibernation is just another optimization strategy where we have the most common one. We know what and everybody is talking about is the bring your own license, unused resources, zombie resources, or hybrid use benefit, region optimization. And so there are so many optimization strategies for Azure and also for AWS, by the way, or Google. VM Hibernation is another option. What is, I think, not discussed yet that much, but it's another good opportunity for you to use and utilize fully the cloud potential. I really believe, right, when shifting from on-prem to cloud, if you want to financially benefit from the cloud, you need to use these optimization strategies which you don't have in on-prem, but you do have them in the cloud, and then you fully utilizing the full potential of the cloud in a financial way. So I think it's good to zoom into that. What are your use cases? If you have any questions, you need any support, how to implement, how to apply, what does it mean? You need to a little bit more about the details. Reach out to us. We're here to support you in optimizing your cloud license. Thank you, and I see you next week.